Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? It's been a few days. It's been a few days. But what's up? Hope everything is good with you guys. I hope it's been a flourishing week. I hope that the people who've been continuously watching my videos, I hope that your life has been transpiring. I hope that you've been able to see a brighter future for yourself. I also hope that you guys been creating exercises and really working towards being somebody who you truly want to be, right? So the main thing of individualism is making sure that you're being who you want to be. You know, you're knowing who you are, and even if you're not who you want to be, you know where you are and you know where you're going. All right. So to really get to where you want to be, there's something that you really have to have internally inside yourself, and that's having big goals and tracing big dreams, right? So the reason why having big goals and chasing big dreams is so important is because, for one, if you have a big goal, it takes effort, right? It takes effort to have a big goal. It's very easy to have a small goal, a small goal. If I said I want to fast just for today, that's a very easy goal. But if I say I'm trying to fast for the next 2 or 3 weeks, that's going to be a little bit more challenging, which means I have to put in more effort. And that's what we need to do every single day. Your goal should take you 10, 15 years. You shouldn't have a 4 year goal, because what are you going to do after the 4 years? There's more to the goal. Now you can say in 3, 4 years I want to do this, but your bigger goal should take you 15, 20 years. It should take a long time because you're trying to achieve greatness. You're trying to succeed over your family members. You're trying to be the stamp in your family, in your relationship, in your friendships. If you strive to become better and then help other people become better, internally and in favor, everyone in the world is going to over time get better, because you're doing the domino effect. So having a big goal actually helps other people have big goals or even bigger goals. See, the thing about having goals is it's not about just you. And that's when life begins to get better for yourself, is when you understand that life isn't just about you. Sometimes you go through hardships to teach another person how to overcome those hardships. It's not so much about just your vision, but how many people can I help within my vision? Because, as I always said, purpose is bigger than you. It's bigger than just your life. You're not going to make an impact on the world unless you make impact on other people. If you can't impact another person, then your job really here on earth isn't too much. You're not really sufficient. There's not really people who are going to look after your name when you're gone because you didn't do or put in the work. The people who put in the work, you're going to hear their names forever. Because think about it. What do people say? Think about it right now. What do people say? They're probably not going to remember you in 200 years. They're not going to remember you in 300 years. So explain to me how Leonardo da Vinci, Abraham Lincoln, Neil Armstrong, just tell this, we can name lists of people who are in the history books who in 100, 200 years we will still know who these people are, no matter what they try to do or rewrite or whatever. Leonardo da Vinci, through the test of time, is still one of the most notable people in the world. If you ask majority of people who Leonardo da Vinci is, they will probably know who that is, even though he hasn't stepped foot on this earth hundreds and hundreds of years. When you put in the work and you dedicate your life to the work, your work is going to be shown. For the people who go through life on a day to day, Everybody during that time period of Leonardo da Vinci, nobody knows about. Nobody knows his neighbor. Nobody knows his mom. Nobody knows nothing because they didn't put in the work. They were okay with being average. Now, this video is not to say that you have to be above average, but most people have the capabilities to be more than average. But they accept average because they're lazy, because you don't want to put in the work. Having big goals and dreams and why it's important is because you're creating an impact for the next generation. You're going to be able to tell a story through your success. You don't have to tell the story, your success is the story. And you doing that is inspiring more people in evolution to go even farther. When people first started going sub 4 minutes into the mile run, that created a domino effect of more people doing that, and more people beating records, and more people getting faster, and more people learning how to get faster. But you can't do it until you break it. That's why they say rules are meant to be broken. So the reason why I make this video today is because a lot of you guys don't have goals. A lot of you guys have goals through your kids. You guys have goals through your girlfriend, goals through your wife, goals through your family, but you don't have goals for yourself. And you don't realize that it's not, having a goal for yourself isn't about you. You keep thinking it's about you, and that means already you're just selfish. You're selfish already. Because the first thing when I tell people have a big goal and they say, well, it's bigger than me, it's not always about me. Okay, so you tell me that you're a father of 2 children, 1 children, 3 children, and they have to look up to somebody who has no vision, no goals, and no intent. You're just a father. You just had these kids for no reason. Your kids are now wondering, why am I even existing? And you can't even teach them the fellowship or let them know why they exist because you just had some random sex moment and had kids. You didn't even plan to at least project into your children how to be somebody, how to actually adapt into this world, how to maneuver. Because you think that if I have goals, that I'm leaving my children out of the goals. Why do you think LeBron James' son, or both of his sons, are trying to get into the NBA? They're inspired by a man who spent his whole life in the NBA. He didn't sit around eating potato chips after 5 o'clock and thought just because he got off his shift that the job's over. Yelling, arguing, having an attitude coming into the house because he had a long day at work, working a job he didn't like, living a life he doesn't like because he created this manifestation. He made his life. When he was 18, 17 years old, this scenario like person had the same dreams and the same aspirations as everybody else, had the same format and path, but chose to have kids, didn't really plan for the kids, but just had them, and is now in his couch eating potato chips after 5:30, 6 o'clock, trying to watch the next game that's on, watching somebody else live their dreams, somebody else who's in the NBA, somebody else in the NFL, and you're working a job that you don't like. But instead of taking those hours once you get off work, because you're still not doing shit. To be honest, if you get home at 5:30, 6 o'clock, your kids, you're not doing nothing. If anything, your kids are in their room. They're not doing anything. They have to watch you for the rest of the day, watch TV on the family living room, watching the game. And why do you think they watch the game? Why do you think they watch the game? Because they want to be with you. And now they're mimicking you. And now they spend their evenings watching the game instead of growing themselves. So all they know how to do is the bare minimum of just getting by and having an attitude every now and then because they don't even like the life of getting by. But instead of changing it and taking initiative, they just have this bitter attitude as well, and they grow to even make it longer, to have an even worse bitter attitude because they're living in a life that they don't want, but they don't know how to get out of a life they don't want because they never had somebody do it. So as a person who is telling people to have a purpose and to align themselves, if you don't align yourself with yourself, you're gonna constantly be in this perpetual cycle. I always say it every video, this perpetual cycle. I'm not repeating myself. I'm just saying what's going to happen. And it just so happens to be repeated because your actions are repeated. You wake up in the morning and do the same thing. You go to sleep, you do the same thing. You don't change up your regimen. You don't change your lifestyle. You're not looking for more. You're trying to just get by. That's exactly what you're going to do, is get by. What this relates to is to your friends. Think about your friends. If you ask your friends right now, what is your goal? They probably don't have a good goal. They probably don't have goals at all. And that already tells you right there it's a red flag. But that's okay. That's what the average person is, right? If you ask your family members, what are their goals? They don't have any either. Most of you guys don't have good role models. Let's just be honest. Most of your parents are not good. Most of your family members are not good people. Most of your friends are not good people. Most of the people you surround yourself with are detrimental. But that's a whole different conversation. You'll actually have a video about that. So the thing is, instead of changing your life and being more aware of your life, being more aware of the people in your life because they shape your life, you just want to get by. But the video is not about getting by. The video is for the people who are trying to achieve more. But to achieve more, I know that a lot of you guys are going to have to separate yourself from family members, friends, your relationship, because they want you to get home at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock and eat potato chips. Even at 20 years old, 30 years old, they want you to do this type of stuff. They don't want you to be out here all day trying to get a name for yourself, trying to build, trying to grow, trying to be the best version of yourself. They want you to slow down because they are afraid that if you take this and go the right way, that you won't ever see them again. They want you at the bottom. I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't talk for motivation. I don't even believe in motivation. I've never need someone to give me a chip on my shoulder. It's called getting it. You yourself should be more wanting to get better at life than anyone around you. You shouldn't have your mom calling your phone telling you need to get a better job. You shouldn't have your girlfriend begging you, telling you need to make more money. You should want this for yourself. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's your life. Why would you not want it to be your way? And yes, it takes work. It's not easy. But both is hard. Whether you want to be not successful is going to be hard, or whether you want to be successful is going to be hard. But both have totally different outcomes. And I promise you, being somebody you're not and just going through the day to day and just getting by, you're going to have a whole lot of more hardships than even your worst days of trying to chase success. It's just a fact. I wish I could sit here and lie and tell you a bunch of lie. I can't tell you a lie. This is realism at a glance. How to be more self-aware is you have to understand how to be something and know the metrics in being something. It's reverse engineering. When you go to college, you have a syllabus. It tells you how to get to point A to point B. The thing is, for a lot of success, it comes off of just showing up, giving yourself dedication, get yourself in the right mindset, go to the gym, work out, get yourself a clear thought so you can have a clear mind, so you can think and foresee days and weeks ahead of you, so you're not living on a day to day, so you can have better budgeting, so you can have better resources, so you can plan and not have to go through the day like like you're stepping on hot stones. Be somebody that you would want to mentor yourself. Be the person that you would want to mentor yourself. The person that you want to mentor you, be that person. Start to learn, start to engage, start to have acts of servitude. Do acts of servitude. Before you ask for yourself, what have you done for someone else? It's biblical to have servitude. You should be going out here trying to help people, and you will understand people by helping people. You will learn more about people by helping people, and in favor, you will make more money, you will change more lives, and you will overall be a better person by just helping other people. I mean, this is how it is. It's facts. As I said, I wish I could lie to you. I can't. The truth will literally set you free. And the only way that you're going to be able to be somebody is to be true to yourself, to be true to you. Because nobody is going to be a better storyteller. No one's going to be a better, uh, disciplinary. And no one's going to be more hard on yourself than you. I promise you. No one's going to be more hard on yourself than you. At the end of the day, when you die, it's just going to be you. No one else is going to be there with you. You're going to heaven on your own time. So you have to sit on your own thoughts every single day. You can push it back as much as you want. I promise you it's going to come afloat. You're always going to come down to what did I do on this earth, and what am I doing right now, and is it benefiting anyone? So when you have big goals and big dreams, you're creating a vision. And that vision is going to take time, it's going to take dedication, it's going to take sweat equity, but it's going to build character, and you're going to be a better person for it. So it's best that you understand as quick as possible who you are, and then find that goal for yourself, that big goal, and start making these little markers that you need to hit, so that way you can be you have a timeline for your goal, because you don't want your goal to keep moving. You want your goal to be there. You want to be able to achieve it and reach that goal. So don't waste time. That's all we got is time. And we don't have enough of it. It ticks every second. This video right here, I lost time, but I'm making videos to impact the world. Someone's going to watch this video. I say it on all of my videos. If you don't like it, somebody else will. If this doesn't resonate with you, it will resonate with someone else. I'm not trying to sell you on this. End of the day, I have a good life. End of the day, my life is good. End of the day, I have goals and I'm achieving them. And I'm still having more goals to be achieved. On the other hand, you might be watching this video and trying to think of what is even a goal that I have for myself. So I'm good. Trust me, God knows I'm good and I'm good. But I'm making these videos as an act of servitude to help the people who truly want to be something better than just the average everyday person who has aspirations to do more, but they keep going through the same cycle of wanting more and then being the same person, because you have to create a change. There's sacrifices that have to be made to get to those goals, to get to those visions. And if you don't know of what's holding you back because you're not self-aware, which is another video that I made of your self-awareness, then you're not going to understand how to get to an intentional goal, because you might be in uh, uh, an unintentional goal that is messing you up. Almost cuss, but it's messing you up. It's terrifying. It's terrible, and you won't be able to truly grow until you get that done, until you fix on that, until you work on those things. And it's always going to be like that. So that's why with this, you have to pay attention and you have to study yourself. You have to study yourself. You study through college, you study through everything else, you study through anything someone throws at you and commands, but you won't even study yourself. And that's the problem. So you have to find a big goal. You have to chase that big goal, and you have to be dedicated to that big goal, because everyone else who is, and the real ones who are, is shown. You don't have to look far for them, because of the top people in any type of category you can think of. Those are people who dedicated their life to that craft. And you guys have yet to dedicate yourself to any type of craft. If you don't have a dedication to your purpose, how are you going to be dedicated to your wife? If you can't even stick to a vision, how are you supposed to stick to your wife and kids? How are you supposed to let that align? Let that align. How do you have how can you not have a vision but can give 100% to your wife? You can't. Because if you don't know where you're going, where are you taking your wife? Vice versa. Where are you taking your kids? If you don't have a vision You can't lead anyone anywhere. You're already going down the wrong path. People don't get people do not get successful off of rolling dice, off of just a random type of moment. It takes hours of dedication. If you guys have not read the book 10,000 Hours, read it. It takes work, it takes time, it takes real effort. But that goes for the end of this video. I'm not going to tell you guys like and subscribe, do all that stuff, because if you guys really truly want to grow and are actually looking for it, you will pay attention to more of my videos. You will watch more of my videos. If you don't, I understand. It's okay. It's just not for you. I'm not the one to try to sell it to you. You know, this is something to sell onto yourself. Because at the end of the day, these videos are just a helping stone. End of the day, you still have to put in the work. You still have to do it. You still have to be this person. All right.